Now we have the big pleasure to sit next to Aud Wilken, who sang at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1995 for Denmark, and the song is... Now my Danish is very rusty.
Okay, that's okay.
Tell me, what is the song all about?
It's really a song about longing, and I guess also it has that kind of atmosphere of sometimes when you are longing for something, then you really have the value of it up front, and there's kind of a magic in the air, which is not like apparent, it's not like drowning you out, but it's kind of haunting.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you sing a little bit of the main chorus line for us?
Fra Mols til Skagen, fra Mols til Skagen, jeg savner dig og dine silkelaner, og morgenmad på blå altaner, der findes ingen vilde svaner, så længe sneen daler.
Thank you very much, very nice. Now let's go back to the Eurovision Song Contest of 1995. What are your experiences from there?
Well, I mean, obviously there's like two stages. There's the whole Danish part of it, which was kind of an interesting new experience for me, working with the Danish television, and also that year they were really experimenting, and so they had asked all these different people who were not just into the Eurovision, but really people who were singer-songwriters in many different areas of the music scene of Denmark to contribute, and they called it music event 1995, and so it was fun. The people who were part of it, I knew some of them. One is an old school mate of mine, and Master Fatman was a very close friend, and I thought like, yeah, I'm gonna show him. So that was fun, and I guess also challenging. I don't know if I'm like the ideal winner. I don't think I didn't behave quite as jumping up and down and smiling. I think I was taking a little bit aback from the fact that I won, and kind of this mix of I like my privacy, I like to determine when I smile and want to be true to my feelings, and I don't want to be bossed around and so on. So of course I was a little bit of a nuisance, I think, in one respect, and I hope that I did manage to stay intact and true to myself, and it was fun to be in the international part of it in Dublin, seeing Ireland, and I think also that year there were many great songs in the international festival.
What was your favorite in that contest?
I think the Polish one. I really thought that Justyna had an amazing voice and vocal capability, and that it was really a creative, beautiful song, and I also really liked the Swedish song.
3 years ago, 2007, you came back to the Danish national final.
Wish.
To the Danish national final, you came back, and are you planning to come back to Eurovision again?
I'm not planning hardly anything at all. So.
But I mean,
it's not like it's not like a big thing knocking on the door. I really want to make some more space and have some more determination to work with my own music, and I don't know how Eurovision aligned it is. But at the same time I know that for some reason I've been weak to the two ladies who wrote the previous two songs when they have come asking, and so I don't want to say never again, but yeah, I don't see it around the next corner, but maybe like wouldn't it be cool, like an 80-year-old like singer or something, like that would be cool. I'd do that. Come in with crutches or wheelchair, and sing Beyond Beauty and all that, and who knows.
You have a very interesting past because you speak fluent Deutsch, and you actually have come from East Germany. What are your memories of the childhood there?
I mean, first of all, probably whatever bias I have gathered onto myself from growing up now and having been in Denmark is coloring whatever memories I have, so who knows. But as far as I remember, I think as a child you just live wherever you live and you don't question it. I remember kind of really liking going to school there, and I think probably you pick up on something, an atmosphere of unease maybe or something, but you don't translate it correctly. You just kind of think, oh, that's how the world feels, and you just try to get along with your childhood, your life, and so I don't have any kind of, you know, like dark memories. Just had a childhood there.
In '95, you sang at the Eurovision, and then what happened after that with your career?
Well, you know, it's a funny thing with my career, because I think ever since I became very interested in being on a spiritual journey as a human being, then the whole fame and fortune thing kind of really faded, and even though I kind of really fun rocking out, and I've played with some really cool bands, and I love that part as well, but something else drives me, so I probably haven't like planned this amazing, wonderful career that I could have perhaps done more in the music business. So I've kind of been on my own path, and then once in a while people have pulled me into different projects and said, hey, sing along with that, and if I thought it was kind of interesting enough or just weird enough or had something, I would be very happy to do that. And so it's kind of been a strange journey with me and my music career.
Journey, talking about that, what took you to New York?
I met my husband and fell in love and got married, and it just, you know, I felt ready at that time to make a move, to move somewhere else, so it was me who ended up moving to America. He's American. So.
A network, a television network, has bought the concept of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, really?
Do you think it would be a successful format in the US?
Phew, I don't know. I think it depends on their interpretation of what the Eurovision means and what it stands for. I think that there's something about the Eurovision that just is very significant to Europe. And I think also the time that it arose, that it really had a function almost beyond the music and beyond entertainment, that it was a possibility to have a peek into the many different cultures and sentiments, and that it actually really allowed a bridging between the countries that I think is always very needed. And America, it's a different situation. I don't see it having the same impact or function. I don't see it's such a need. Mm-hmm. But then of course you can question maybe also what the Eurovision is now, whether it still has that function. I don't know.
Mm. You are singing in a band in the US? I'm
in the middle of forming a band and kind of selecting different musicians that I enjoy playing with.
What type of music you do there?
I guess you call it, like, it's probably a little bit more folky, singer-songwriter music, with some pop influences and maybe something slightly countryish.